Okay, here we go into 1.2 notes, segments and congruence. So we talked about segment last time. A segment is a piece of a line. So I have a line and I cut here, take it out. That's my segment. So postulate and axiom. So this is a postulate. You guys are going to hear that a lot. You're going to hear that a lot throughout the entire year. You're going to hear that a lot during Unit 2. It's just a rule that we accept without proof. Whereas a theorem is a statement that follows as a result of true statements. Okay? Coordinate is just a real number that corresponds to a point on a line. So I may have this point. It may be at -6. Okay? Oh, wrong spot. Okay, congruent segments are two or more segments that have the exact same length. So let's say that this segment length is 6. And I have another segment down here whose length is also 6. That would mean that these two segments are congruent. To show congruency, we put a little what I call a tick mark in both of them. So that would mean that those two things are congruent. If this has A on the end point and this is B, and this is C and this is D, so we have segment AB and segment CD, I would say that segment AB is congruent to segment CD. So here's my segment, here's my segment. Congruent symbol is an equal sign with a tilde above it. So that's how you show or state congruence, congruency. Okay, the ruler postulate. This is postulate number 1, so going back up to this, it's a rule that's accepted without proof. The points on a line can be matched 1-to-1 with real numbers. The real number that corresponds to the point is the coordinate of that point. To find the distance between point A and point B, so segment AB, is the absolute value of the difference of those two coordinates. So essentially, if you take whatever point B is at and subtract whatever point A is at, then you're going to get that distance. So let's say that A is at -1 and B is at 7. So you're going to do 7 minus, so the difference minus -1. In this case, two negatives make a positive, so that has a distance of 8, which makes sense. From -1 to 0 is 1, and then 0 to 7 is 7 more, so that would give me 8 total. Segment addition postulate, all that is saying is that if a segment, which segment AC, and then there's a point B somewhere in between, I can take segment AB, and I can take segment BC, and if I add those two things together, I'm going to get the entire segment A to C. That's all segment addition postulate is. Okay? So let's do some examples. Find R to T. So segment addition postulate. Take this piece, add this piece, and we're going to get the whole distance. So on that we get 25.5. Here, find BC. So we don't know it, so we're going to label it with our X because we don't know that value. So I take this piece, AB, I add piece BC, which is X, that's okay. And we know that it equals 54. So you're just going to solve for X in this case. So I'm going to subtract 25 from both sides. And then 54 minus 25 is 29. Okay? Number 3. Again, we don't know M to N, so I label it with X, but we know that X plus 26 should equal the whole distance of 32. Subtract 26 from both sides, and I get X equals 6. And that's M to N. Okay? Plot the given points in a coordinate plane, then determine whether the segment lengths named are congruent or not. So we know A is at 2, 2, so a quick review on how to plot points. So always start at the origin, X comes first, then Y. That's A, so label it A. B is at 4, 2. C is at -1, -1. And D is at -1, up 1. So they're talking about segment AB right here, and then CD. So segment AB is equal to 2 units, if I just count that. Segment CD is equal to 2 units. So they're both 2 units, which means that they are congruent. So I would write down segment AB congruent to segment CD. Next one, M is at 1, -3. Label it. N is at 4, -3. So oh crap, you guys see what I did? I did not pay attention. It's going by 2s. So I'm at 1, which is halfway, -3. So that's M. N is at 4, -3. O is at 3, 4. P is at 4, 4. They don't even really look congruent, right? OP is 1 unit, and MN is 3 units. So I would say MN and OP are not congruent. So the congruent symbol with a cross or a slash going through it, say that they are not. Go ahead and pause me. I want you to do 6 and 7 on your own. Same process here. I'm going to pause myself. I'm going to do 6 and 7 myself, and then I'm going to unpause me. I'm hoping I did not do this math incorrectly, but I am getting that E to G is 5 units and F to H is 3 units, so therefore they are not congruent. 7 is a little more difficult because each of these go by 3. Picked a bad number. So R to S I got was 7 units right here, and T to U I got was 6 units right here, so they are not congruent. Okay, so use the number line to find the indicated distance A to B. So remember, you take your second number, subtract off your first number. 2 negatives make a positive, so -6 plus 9 is 3, so that'd be 3 units. If I count it 1, 2, 3, 3 units. A to D, 0 minus, -9, so that is 9. C to D, so here to here, 0 minus -4, 2 negatives make a positive, so that equals 4. B to D, 0 minus -6, 2 negatives make a positive, so that would be 6. Go ahead, pause me, do 12 through 15 on your own, and then unpause me to see if you got these correct. I'm just going to put the answer down, so check yourself and see if you got the correct answer. B to E is 8. D to E is 2. All right. Okay, let's read through this one. So if they hadn't given me the diagram on this, guys, it would be very, very, very important for me to draw this out because there's no way I can solve this without drawing it. It says in the diagram, A, B, C, and D are collinear points. C, X, Y, and Z are also collinear points. They tell me that A to B is equal to B to C, so I'm going to mark this so I know this whenever I'm solving it, which is equal to C to X, which is equal to Y to Z. I know A to D all the way across here is 54. And I know Y to X right here is 22. And I know X to Z is 33. Find each of the indicated lengths. Okay, so what I want for you to do first, I want you to see if you can figure out CX, YZ, CD, CB, BA. And then once you've done that, then you can go through and solve these. Pause me, see how far you can get on all that. When you're done, unpause me, and I'll kind of explain what we're going to do here. Okay, so I'm going to cover the rest of this up. I know from X to Z is 33, and I know X to Y is 22. So I know that 22, since I'm going to label that X because I don't know it, plus X should equal 33, the whole distance by segment addition postulate. Subtract 22 from both sides, and I get X equals 11. So this is 11. So if that's 11, anything that has that little tick mark in it is also 11. So I know A to B is 11. I know B to C is 11. I know C to X is also 11. So if I know that this is 11, this is 11, and then we have this guy, I'm going to label that Y. We know 11 plus Y should equal 54. So 11 and 11 make 22. So if I'm at 22 and I need to get to 54, I subtract. So 54 minus 22 is 32. So Y would equal 32. And now I have all the small pieces. So now I can come over here and start answering this. So A to B is 11. And B to D would be 32 plus 11, so 43. C to Y would be 11 plus 22, which is 33. C to D is at 32. X to C is 11. And then C to Z, the whole distance would be this 33 plus this 11, so 44. Or you could do 11, 22, and 11, same answer. All right, next page. All right, Find the indicated length. So here I have to find ST. So before I can find ST, I have to find X. Once I found X, I can plug it back in and find ST. So segment addition postulate, 4X plus 12X would equal 32. That gives me 16X's equals 32. Divide by 16, divide by 16, X equals 2. I need S to T, so I'm going to plug it in here. So I'm going to do 12 times 2. So S to T equals 24. Pause me, try 23 and 24 on your own, and then unpause me when you're done. Okay, same process. 14 plus 3x minus 4 equals 4x plus 4. I have like terms, same side, combine those. All right, so start moving stuff to get x by itself. So I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides. So I get 3x equals 4x minus 6. I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides. I get negative 1x equals negative 6. Divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1, so x just equals 6. But I have to find a to c, so the whole distance. So I'm going to plug it in up here. I'm going to do 4 times 6 plus 4. 4 times 6 is 24. 24 plus 4 is 28. All right. One more. Same process. X minus 5 plus 3x plus 2 equals 6x minus 23. Combine like terms, so 4x minus 3 equals 6x minus 23. Subtract 4x from both sides, and I get 2x's then. Add 23 to both sides, and I get 20. So that was a little skipping of algebra, concepts that you guys should know how to do. Divide by 2, x equals 10. If I'm just finding n to p, I plug in the 10 for the x, so 3 times 10 plus 2. 3 times 10 is 30. 30 plus 2 gives me 32. All right. Next one, it says point J is between H and K on segment HK. Does not say that it's directly in the middle, it just says that it's somewhere in between. You will need to draw a picture for each of these. Use the given information to write an equation in terms of x and solve the equation, and then find HJ and JK. So I know that this is 2x, I know that this is 3x, and I know that this is 25. So similar to what we did above, except for now I have to draw the picture also. So I'd add these two things, so I get 5x's equals 25. So I get x equals 5. So now I found that, but they want me to find HJ and JK. So HJ equals, so it'd be 2 times 5, 10. JK would be 3 times 5, 15. Same thing here, I need to draw a picture first.